Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have finally the video on agents. So through this video you're gonna know all the combos that you can go for, even the classic ones. I'm not giving you the exact deck list, even though it's super easy to get it from Duel Links meta site to get all of the floodgates you can play in this deck. But I'm gonna give you an alternative version that can have another synchro monster on the field, but the main line is that one just because it's the best one, and it does not make sense to play it different. Probably it's almost impossible to play it differently because of the level we have access to, but after playing this a little bit in the King of Games rank, as you will see from the replays, I understood why these actually needs an emergency ban list. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Tari Meadows, the one and the only one you should play agents with, as she is actually the owner of agents. And this is the deck list, as you can see. 20 cards, pretty simple. The first thing you might say to me is, why do you play 20 cards if you have to play 3 yellow monsters? Well, because the yellow monsters, thanks to the skill, just count as literally searchers. So no point in playing more than 20 cards. The Secret Waters in the Sky is basically a searcher of any of these cards. That's why you want to play 3 copies. The cards can help you recycle stuff from your graveyard end of the banished section, but really not a fan of this, as you usually wipe up your whole life points for the main combo. So most of the times you're not gonna be able to pay 1,000 life points to get this effect out. That's why I'm playing just 1. So apart from the main combo and the turn 1 that this deck can provide, that is astonishing, it's insane, because this can literally provide a floodgate depending on what you're facing. We already know this deck can provide a card like Summon Breaker. There's one, and this is like the death of a lot of decks, probably all of decks except Blue Eyes and I don't know. What else? Probably Blue Eyes is the only one that survives here, because you cannot basically neither Link Summon nor Xyz or Synchro Summon, because otherwise it becomes the end phase. Or this deck can also provide you very nice monster that is like a floodgate and it negates the effect of all the spell cards. So you tribute summon this guy, because I'm gonna show you actually through the replays how to have an insane combo that leads on Master Flare Hyperion plus Charles with Roland Engrave without using your normal summon. So from there it comes at this point that you can decide to go into the combo with Invisible to have a floodgate of spell card. You could play the Summon Breaker that I showed you earlier in order to, you know, force your opponent to not summon too much. Otherwise, the idea that I've decided to go for is instead Jupiter. So Jupiter is actually an underestimated card, because this guy can give you an additional special summon that we're actually not using. I'm just using this guy and as a normal summon, as it's a level 4, and then I'm using Uranus that can be special summoned once you have the Sanctuary in the Sky. And at the end of this combo with Monster Flare Hyperion and Charles, you're actually gonna have the Sanctuary in the Sky in your on your field. So that works super nice. You summon this guy, you normal summon this guy, and at this point you can change the level of Uranus thanks to its effect by sending the appropriate agent monster from your deck to the graveyard in order to summon either Zeta or Void Ogre Dragon, or you could even summon Pluto if you would like to. So ideally you could end literally on triple interruptions. That's super crazy. Now we're playing also Protector of the Agent Moon, that is a core card for the main combo, but we also have Parsheth that you could use this effect eventually, but for the line that I'm gonna provide you, you actually don't need the effect of Parsheth because you're gonna use the effect of Hyperion to copy the effect of another extra deck monster, or actually deck monster, but you're copying the effect of the Agent of Destructive Venus to have a couple of Shine Ball again. So you're gonna have I think you're gonna play like 5 Shine Balls in this combo, and that's super nice. As I was saying, this deck is a problem not only for his turn 1, that, as I told you, has access to multiple floodgates, but and interruptions, of course, because keep in mind this guy is a banish and this guy is a pop. And then we can add either a flip down effect, or actually a banish, or a negation of a spell card. It's up to you at that point what you wanna do. So, but why this is insane? Because when he goes second, literally nothing, if played correctly, nothing can stop him. And yeah, I played through Lancia. I played through DD Crow, I played through Summon Breaker. During my experience, this deck can actually do it. As you will see for some of this during the replays, so this is simply insane. But let's start from the combo, right? So let's start. Actually, you know, guys, you know what? The combo are super duper complicated. So I'm gonna show you those combos directly in the replay, so you can follow me step by step. And yeah, the turn 1 is always the same one because it's basically a 2-card combo. You want to have in your hand the Jupiter and the Neptune with the Venus in the graveyard. Now, to have the Venus in the graveyard, you're just gonna send it with the skill. Then, depending on what you already have in your hand, you can decide to grab the Neptune or the Venus or the Jupiter. Also, keep in mind that these 3 are searchers and can search anything, so don't forget about it. And that's it for the explanation, guys. Stay tuned for the replays, tons of combos to go for. Let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay against yugioh. Let's see, it's us to go first, so I'm gonna show you exactly what this turn 1 can do. And yeah, we basically have 2 pieces on the combo, because we have both, because we have the Neptune and we have the Sacred Waters in the Sky that can search for the missing piece, that is the Jupiter, right? But you can search it even with the skill that can make you return the Hyperion to get the Jupiter. So as you can see, we send the Venus, and it doesn't actually it doesn't matter what you send for the other one, but make sure to not send the other Venus and to not send the other Jupiter, because you might need those just to get your Uranus. That's it. So we go with the Jupiter first to summon the Venus, and you go with all your combos. So you summon a couple of balls, then use the 2 balls to go into Protector of the Agent's Moon. There you go, using the effect of Moon to dump the Majesty Hyperion. At this point, you wanna banish the Moon in order to Majesty Hyperion. Now, little disclaimer here, if you're going second and you're doing this, before banishing the Moon, just use its effect of tributing a fairy monsters. You can actually tribute itself in order to pop a card, and then you can banish with Hyperion just another monster, because with Hyperion actually you want to banish the Neptune. But why are we banishing the Moon? Because we want to have the free slot, the free extra deck slot, because we're gonna need it in order to go for all of our synchro summons, right? So if you can fill the slot just by using its effect, that's fine. But if you go first, you can pop anything, right? You can't pop anything. So you need to banish that, and then you're gonna use the effect of Hyperion to banish a card from the graveyard, with the cost of banishing an agent monster just to banish Neptune. So there you go, you're banishing Neptune and the agent monster. Why do you want to banish Neptune? Because when Neptune is banished, you get to have the Sanctuary in the Sky. So we're gonna grab it, we're gonna activate it, and then again we're using the effect of Venus to summon the third bowl from our deck. Keep in mind, it's not a problem if you're stuck with a shine bowl in your hand, because Venus can summon that even from your hand. So third bowl at this point, skill, and with the skill you can return one ball and make a couple of monsters on the field tuners, and just go for the 2 effect monsters and treat them as a tuner. There you go. Then 8 plus 2 is Monster Flare Hyperion to begin with, and then Venus effect now can summon the shine ball that you just sent the grave because of the third part of the skill. You send it to grave and you can actually summon it back. So now you're gonna go for the synchro summon of Roland, that is a level 5 tuner. It's gonna ask you to activate its effect, but it doesn't matter because you don't have the target, so you can just skip it. Then Monster Flare Hyperion to copy an effect of a monster from your deck, of your extra deck. You're gonna send Venus from your the Agent of Destruction Venus from your deck in order to copy its effect. But which effect it is, there you go. You can use it. Pay 1,000 life points to summon a couple of shine bowls from your graveyard. There you go, you have a couple of monsters more, but 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. Charles is here, and the combo is ready because you have also Rolling in Grave that during your opponent's main phase is gonna be able to equip itself to Charles to trigger its effect and pop a card without targeting. Then we have our normal summon, Jupiter is here, plus Uranus, special summon itself because you control a sanctuary in the sky, and from here you can decide what you want to go for. Like, because this can send the agent monster and copy its level. Now, he's gonna stay a tuner, okay? So now, knowing that you have a level 4 alongside it, you can send another Neptune from your deck to grave, in order to summon Pluto. If you think you're gonna need another flip down effect, you're gonna send another Jupiter. If you think you wanna have 4 plus 4 to go into Void Ogre, Dark Tuner, or you can send the other Venus, level 3, and you can go Flame Lord Zera if you think Flame Lord Zera can be the answer. Like, for example, Flame Lord Zera can be the answer against Phantom Knight as well, you know? Or any deck that plays Lynx, because Lynx monsters are actually forced to be in attack position, so Zera is gonna always have a target for those, right? And yeah, from that is just up to you. You can decide what you want. In this case, I decided to go with a Jupiter, so 4 plus 4 means Void Ogre Dragon. Of course, keep in mind, Void Ogre Dragon is not a choice if you have a card that is stuck in your hand that you cannot get rid of. Keep in mind that. So I'm just using that to get the Hyperion. Why not get some life points back? And then I also special summon Master Hyperion because why not? Keep in mind, you don't have to be afraid to get lethal through an attack, because as long as Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, you cannot get damage through a battle involving a Fairy type monsters. So super nice. It's got the Horse to begin with. We decided to special summon the Daikoduke, Roland's effect to pop a card. I popped the non-tuner. Then it's got Taketomberg plus the effect of a card turbo. At this point, I'm chaining Hyperion to banish the Taketomberg, so he has no non-tuner monsters. With all the tuners, he can't do nothing. Clearing acceleration, body scoped. Of course, we still had the negation of the spell card. Keep in mind that just in case we could have negated the spell card. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, we have Quinton and it's Shaddolls. So Shadow could be one of the worst things to face, just because of course you have Wind at the face, right? But I think this guy kinda bricked, but we're gonna see. So we started with the skill, of course. The core. Now keep in mind, guys, if you need some parts of the combos, you can just send them to grave if you have chorus, because keep in mind with chorus you can get them back. So I started with the Neptune's effect to get Venus out, but it's got super poly to use its Shadow Dragon and summon basically construct. But of course that was just my special summon. I already had the Venus in my hand. Another one. It's got the Incarnation to basically use Dragon's effect to I have that back to my hand. But guess what? Sacred in the Sky to get the Master Hyperion. banishing, popping, Neptune's effect to get the waters in the sky, actually the sanctuary in the sky, so we can pop again, as you can see, and we can pop freely because the effect of Dragon is not gonna be applied because you can use only one effect of Shaddolls per turn. Then it's got again 2 sets, but we got IP and we can just fill the graveyard again with the skill because the skill is not once per duel. Look at that, popping the Yugioh, he's got a search. Then we got Venus to get a special summon of the Shine Ball. At this point, making them a tuner to get the Monster Flare Hyperion. But we're not done yet. He's got the Shadow Incarnation, using Hyperion's effect to punish the other card that was the Fusion. At this point, even if he has 2 monsters, he can't do nothing. I went with the Monster Flare Hyperion again, popping that, going for a lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here on my 4th win in a row, I think I actually lost this because I misplayed. I'm not sure. There's a one duel, guys, that I'm gonna show you what I misplayed, but I want you to learn from my mistake, right? So this is a mirror match, right? And it's him to go first. So apparently this should be really tough. So let's just speed things up. This guy's gonna go for his combo. He's gonna have play a different version though of the one I have explained to you. So he's got the Sanctuary in the sky. He's gonna keep the Protective Vision or the moon on the field basically. So he's got in the end actually a good combo because with the effect of Hyperion, he sent this guy. He just sent the Parshot, so he could actually search a fairy monster, and he went for Lancia. He searched for Lancia that hypothetically should kill this deck, but you're gonna see that it's not like that. So he ended this, my draw phase, as soon of course the draw phase starts, he goes for Lancia. So now, but what's the problem of Lancia when you go second for your opponent playing agents? Well, with Lancia, he just turned off all of his effect because both Pluto and Hyperion actually banish cards. And if you activate Lancia, neither of the players can actually banish cards. So we're chilling, because he's got no interruption now. At this point, I went with Neptune to special summon Venus, but we can go all the way into our combos. So there we go, starting to get the. But instead of actually summoning a Protector of the Agent, I went with Hyperion just because it is the only way to get the level 8 on the field. I can't summon this guy, with a special summon because I can't banish, right? So I had to normal summon the Majesty Hyperion to have a level 8 on the field in order to have my own Master Flare Hyperion. At this point, another Shine Ball. In this case, we went with the effect to make both a tuner. There you go, Master Flare Hyperion is here. Now, I went with Venus to get another Shine Ball, okay? And then we got also the... Here comes the mistake. I went with Pluto, but I should have gone into Roland, okay? Because now if I went into Roland, I could have activated the effect of Hyperion to send, what? The Destruction Venus to summon the 2 balls again on the field. That's actually what I did here, so I went actually with summoning a couple of balls. Keep in mind that that should have been Roland. So if I went with the Roland and this would have been actually Charles, what would have happened? Charles, equip Roland, pop the Sanctuary in the sky in order for him not to take damage, right? And then at that point, I would have had a 3500 on the field that could have attacked Protector of the Moon. First 1700 damage plus Master Flare Hyperion attacking Pluto, and you can have lethal. That should have been the play. I misplayed, of course, and I went on with this, trying to clearing the field. That was definitely not the way you were supposed to do it. But keep in mind, even with the Lancia, you can play through it. You can actually do it. In this case, I misplayed. At this point, I lost it. But again, guys, with this deck, it's kind of like with Fabled. It could seem like there's no way out, but in the end, if you actually focus, there's gonna always be a way out to do this. That's not how you do this, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Third duel, we have Rex Raptor. Let's see what we have. He's actually Red Eyes and Dead Reborn. So this is another showcase of how strong this deck going second could be. Let's just speed things up. Let's see what this guy is going for. So he's gonna have, I think he didn't have the perfect turn 1 because he went with Immortal Dragon and he's got the Mizuki. He went with what? He went with the Dragon Berserker 10. That's unexpected, to be honest. But then he basically ended up with the Dragon Lord, but he's got actually no level 8 to summon, so not that crazy thing to go for, even though it's got Berserker, so it's kind of like the same, but not really the same. So we got Tuning in the Sky, Returning the Bolt, we got the Jupiter, because we have, I started with the Hyperion because I wanted to get rid of the stuff, right? But I just remembered I can't pop the Synchro Monsters because we have Supremacy, but just all of those, even if they are not zombies, that was the problem. So I cannot pop Berserker. I decided to go Neptune's effect to have the Sanctuary. Then he went with Red Ice Dragon Lord, but we don't care about what he summons. Then we went with Hyperion to pop the back row. There was Samsara, that's fine, we don't care. Then we got the Sacred Waters in the Sky to get the Neptune. At this point, normal sound of Jupiter to summon the Venus. At this point, he banished, but that's fine because we still got the Venus without using the effect of Neptune. So we can start doing our combo into the first ball, then Hyperion to pop the Spiridao, then Protector of the Moon, Agent, and Escoped. Now with Moon, we could have sent the Majesty with Moon popping the Link monster, then going on, yeah, nothing, no more interruptions, and we could have gone on, of course, forever and ever, because of course we also had Neptune from our hand eventually to resummon the Venus, so there was tons of stuff to do. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Here instead with the Dark Fluid going first. And here you're gonna actually understand all the difference between a real tier 0 deck going second and a good deck that, I mean, it's not enough. So let's speed things up. This dude is gonna do a lot of things, but just to end on a board that we know these would have been the board of Cyberse, right? But yeah, you're gonna see actually it's not enough. So he's got, I still have to try this though. So as you can see, he's got also the combo with Cyberse Integrator, something that I do like, that I wanted to go for. And he's got, as you can see, a lot of stuff. So as you can see, he ends with Dark Fluid, having a Fusion in the Grave, Ritual, and also Synchro. So he's got basically triple counter. Plus, it's got Onabot, so I actually can't target this with card effects. But of course, I can target the Onabot, right? So let's see what we have here. He's got we got the Tuning in the Sky, of course. We have the Neptune. We just got the Jupiter because with the Sacred Waters in the Sky, we can just get Uranus eventually. So we started with Master Hyperion by banishing the Neptune to get the Sanctuary in the Sky. Then I normal summon the Jupiter to get the Neptune out. At this point, Link summoning Protector Agent of the Moon. Why? I did this not only to use the effect of Moon and going on, also to pop, but also to fill the graveyard again with stuff that I can banish with Hyperion. So I start with the effect dumping, then popping the effect of Hyperion, popping the Honeybot, he didn't negate. Then second effect, yes, Defense at Engrave to protect from destruction. So now Hyperion is done. At this point, we're gonna use the effect of the Moon to pop that, and he has to negate. First counter gone. Now we're not done yet. We can use Neptune to summon a monster, but he went with Dark Fluid to negate that. Otherwise, we can do all the combos again. But guess what? Sacred Waters in the Sky to get another Hyperion. That is not a hard once per turn or twice per turn. So we summon Hyperion again, use its effect again. He's forced to banish, but then we can use the effect again. He's gonna be popped. 2800 multiplied by 2. It's 5600. More than lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Again, Spectre interrupting a 4-win Shrek. Did we interrupt that? I don't know. Tuning in the Sky, so mirror match, right? It's him going first, so this actually needs to be taken into account seriously. Let's speed things up because we know the combo should be similar to our own. Let's see what he's gonna end up, if he's gonna choose a Floodgate or not. So he went with the Master Flare, the Pluto, and so on. And this is what he ends on, okay? But he made a misplay. Actually, not a misplay. He didn't activate the Century in the Sky because he didn't want to probably do us a favor, but doing so, Pluto's effect is not live because it becomes a quick effect if the Century in the Sky is on the field. He only has the effect of Master Flare Hyperion, and that's it. Okay, so we started with the skill, we got the Majesty back to get the Neptune, we have all the cards in hand. Sacred Waters in the Sky, negated by the Herald. Nice, but we got Neptune to begin with, summoning the Venus to get the Shine Ball, and he decided to negate with Hyperion, but guess what? We have another Venus here. He's got Lancia though. Now none of us can negate anymore, but yep, we have Venus, so we can do all of our combos with Master Flare Hyperion and Charles without banishing. We don't need that, right? So we went Venus here, as you can see, Link summon into Protector of the Agent Moon to dump stuff, and he's good. I mean, we could have gone farther. Actually, now that I think about it, we could have, we could have popped some of the stuff, but ideally we can't have the Master Flare Hyperion because we can't banish stuff. We could have still popped stuff though, and have some synchro summon like the level 7 or the level 8, of course, thanks to the multiple Shine Ball to go for. But well, just to show you, whatever you do, Lancia, it's not sure that Lancia can stop you. That's it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Now, guys, what's the real problem for this deck? That it's difficult to out. It's actually Shuttle Winda, because Winda that forces you to have just one special summon cannot be destroyed by Hyperion. So if you summon Hyperion and try to pop Winda, you just can't. You have to go through your battle phase and eventually end up with a weaker board. That's for sure. That's something that's literally the only problem for this deck that, you know, that actually can represent a threat to this. Otherwise, you're gonna always find a way out. Anyway, guys, that was my take for agents. Of course, from the main combo, as you can see, from Charles, it was pretty easy, of course, to go into the other combos and with the Ancient Fairy Dragon and then to have the Summon Breaker or the Scourge. It's super easy. Honestly, I think those combo, actually Konami should have an emergency ban list just to stop the Spell Floodgate and the Summon Breaker. Even though in a mirror match, I don't know how much those can be a problem, like especially the Summon Breaker. Agents can just summon the Hyperion and pop it. Literally. It depends, of course, on what you end on. Super true, but yeah, Agent seems like the only deck that can go through a certain one of Agents. That's my take for now. Anyway, guys, that's my take. Of course, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to drop them in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.